Let's move on to our last topic. We'll wrap up here. It's my topic. Let's see. I believe, it is basically. There's some of these things feel almost overlappy, but similar, but they can still be very different. So this final topic is what life lesson, you take away from your dad. Like, what was like a lesson that your dad told you that has stuck with you? We've talked about like, what traits they have, memorable moments that have happened, but like, has there been something? Rocco touched on this a little bit in terms of advice, but is there something that like your dad, life lesson wise, told you about that you take with you moving forward, or that you've learned from him that you take moving forward?
I mean, definitely that generosity thing that I mentioned before, like that's something I want to carry forward, and something that he's like very passionate about is like to make sure that you can provide to others who can't provide, for themselves. Trying to think if there's any of those like one specific conversations or anything that it was like, like Rocco's, his dad's telling him about, heaven and hell and whether there's a God or not.
Yeah. One for me was well, he'd always say be cool, stay in school, which is really funny. But he always told me like, just don't worry, like do what you love. Like whatever you're going to be when you grow up, whatever, just do what you love. And all that stuff, like all that other stuff comes with it. So like just always supporting me and teaching me about like the value of being able to work on something that you love and having that passion. Has just like allowed me to pursue creativity and be in a position and in a career where it doesn't feel like a 9 to 5, and I was able to I don't know, pursue it, to have it. I think that was always really important, because a lot of parents can easily say, no, I want you to be a doctor, or I want you to be a lawyer, or kind of be like, oh, you want to do this? Well, no.
There's no money in that or something.
Batman?
Like,
you want to be Batman? Yeah, well, they had to crush my dreams on that.
Nobody would ever say that.
So, yeah.
You be Batman.
Yeah. So, being able to pursue that was a really big life lesson. And my son is waking up, so I have to back out for just a second, and I'll be back.
That's fine.
Keep going.
I hear him.
I guess my life lesson version isn't going to be something that's like positive, maybe, but it's something that's still worth, I guess, like saying. So my life lesson was
somebody doing some mowing there.
Yeah, they are actually. Yeah, it's pool day, man. That's why we get the beers going on and all that good stuff. So, my life lesson that I learned from my dad was just like discipline, I guess. Like to make sure you're making the right choices. Discipline with making the right choices, like a moral compass in a way. Hey, this is getting too loud. Just let me know, guys. I can always talk after he's kind of finished. Let me just talk after. Steve-o, go.
Okay. Put me on the spot, man.
Yeah, it's like dead silent now.
No, I'm gonna say my dad. He usually, when he did something, he always did it 100%. He would go he would give it his all, and that's pretty much what I do now. Whether or not I stick to it, like for that time and everything like that, like as far as like working out, I'm in it all the way. Yeah. Like I wanted to do it. I'm doing it 100%. I'm doing it the right way. I'm doing it like just every single day. Like, and I see that, and like, I can see that in like work too. Like, even though I hate it, I still do it at 100% of what I can do. Like, I think that's one of the good life lessons, is just like, if you're doing something, I guess just, I wouldn't say do it the right way, but I'm just saying like, give it your all,
Right, yeah. And don't half-ass the stuff.
Don't half-ass stuff. Like, I mean, he was so much into everything. Like he wanted to be a cop. He was bail bondsman. He worked at Rocky Flats as a SWAT team member.
Wow.
So he was definitely like a daredevil and all that stuff. When he was 18, he got his I forgot his parachute like badge, and I want to say badge or something like that, but he was in one of the infantry. I forgot what it was.
The airborne?
Airborne, yeah. Like he parachuted out of planes and everything like
Oh
that.
wow.
So he's in that, and that's
A
probably
paratrooper?
paratrooper. That was probably it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why he went back like to Iraq, and then he went and he did the private contracting
Oh, okay.
for them. So
Yeah,
that's what, so like he just did everything to his fullest. Like I said, he was working all the time. When I was over there, he was doing stuff and everything still, like still providing for his family. He had me, my sister, two other kids that weren't his own too, but still took care of him and everything. So
yeah.
he did everything to his fullest, and he was still happy. So
Yeah. Man of action.
yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, I guess I'll go now. So now I can get put on the spot. I guess a better way to frame what I was going to say before was that a lesson that I learned from my dad, and it was in a different way, I guess, than you saying than like he sat down and told me to learn from life lessons, but like out of things that he was doing, decisions that he was making when it came to drinking and getting himself into trouble with the law. He made this decision quite a few times in life that had led to some major issues and conflicts in his life with being able to spend time with his family or having freedom to be able to go drive and do his own thing, whatever it be, because of his bad decisions that he was making, and he was making them over and over.
Yeah.
So I guess one of my biggest lessons that I learned from my father in life was that to learn from life's lessons that it gives you. And which was a big deal, and I learned it in a different way, but it learned from saying, okay, listen, if you're starting to see things like this and trends that are happening and things over and over and over, take some self-responsibility at some point. It's probably your fault. You're probably the common denominator there.
Learning from mistakes is
it's a big deal. So like that was a huge lesson that I learned from seeing my father make, and it was dealt with one specific thing constantly over and over and over that he kept running into mistakes with. But it led to me making a few different decisions too as well, like not drinking in life till I was 21 years old. So even when high school drinking parties were going on and different things were happening, I just didn't want to be involved and just didn't participate in it, because like I was just like, nope, I just want to completely stay away from that thing.
I can confirm that.
It's a learning thing within life though, that of like learning from the lessons and things that happen in life, and then going, okay, like taking that awareness and that reflection to look at it and say, you know what, I need to start making different decisions because somewhere it's upstairs that I keep making the same mistake and allowing it to occur. Yeah. So that was like a big lesson that I learned in my life in childhood that I've brought to this day from seeing like my father and things that he went through and stuff. And I feel like that's honestly, it's a great trait to have. It's just an unfortunate way of developing that trait.
Yeah. Those are both of those are really good. Like working 100% to what you're doing and then learning from your mistakes, because a lot of people just make the same mistakes like their entire life over and 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 over again.
Yeah,
so.
I see that happen often too as well.
Nice.
And I think that's just and that can come from some other things that he has taught me in life too as well, to be aware of like what's happening in life, you know what I mean? And not just letting it go by unconsciously and just letting it keep on happening. That's the way you'll get, 10 years deep and you've been doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah. Stuck in a rut kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Since Clay's not here, let's do a clap so he knows where to cut, perhaps. 1, 2, 3, clap.
Oh, he's there.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
We did a clap for no reason. He can sign us out.
Okay.
Hey, let's wait for him.
Because we don't know how to do it. No. Okay. Thank you for joining the Everything and Nothing Show, everybody. This is me, your number one host, better than any other host on the show. Pretty much the three of us that have been here for this topic are the best people, and anybody that's not here is not a cool person.
What?
So, oh, there you are. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Just take over from there. We're just wrapping up.
Awesome.
Steve said what he learned is that you need to do what his dad taught him is to do everything that you do 100% commitment. Mm-hmm. Give it your all. And Rocco says learning from mistakes is the number one thing that he learned from his dad.
Yep.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I have a crying baby in the background.
Yeah. So sign us off, bro.
It's okay. Rocco had a lawnmower, so
yeah,
we're used to it.
I have to go tend to him.
Yeah.
One of you guys sign off.
All right. I'll do my best here.
Okay.
See if I can remember how it goes.
And then I'll come back.
Alan's got it.
But close it out.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, thank you for being with us on the Everything and Nothing show. Remember to like, subscribe, share, check out the link in the bottom, YouTube/Maelstrom Gamers, Facebook.com/Maelstrom Gamers, Twitter.com/Maelstrom Gamers. The Twitter handles are in the
box
in the description below.
What else do we say?
What else do we say?
Thank you so much for joining us, and remember to keep thinking about everything and nothing.
Peace out. Skadoosh.